Hello, I'm here. Oh my gosh, sorry. I said I was gonna stream some more this week. I totally thought I was going to, and then I didn't, and that's my fault. But like I've said a million times, and I'll say it again, this is why I can't do a schedule. I can't stick to it. Anyways, I'm gonna get some music started. So I mentioned last stream, which was like 3 days ago, um, that I was gonna do some birthday art for Stella. So for those who don't know, Stella con Stella is another VTuber friend of mine. I played Infinity Nikki with her a little while ago. And I've watched her streams for quite a bit. Her birthday is coming up, and she's doing a whole bunch of stream stuff this weekend and into next week. But unfortunately, due to time zone differences, I cannot make it to her birthday stream. She invited me to come hang out along with like a whole bunch of other content creators and streamers and stuff, and I was really excited because I've never done that kind of thing before. But I was really bummed because I'm actually really busy this weekend, and then the weekdays, all her stream times are during my work hours, which like I might be able to like maybe pull her stream up, but I don't think I'll be able to participate in it, which really sucks. So I was like, okay, instead of doing all that, I'm gonna do some art for her. So that's what we're gonna do today. I wanted to stream yesterday, but then after I ate dinner, I had a pretty bad stomach ache, and I was like, I'm not sure if I want to sit at my desk today. But I did make some progress on it. I did some line art, and then I think from here, I haven't finished the line art, but I finished like most of it, and there's a lot of details on her design. So we're just gonna dive into that today. And before I do that, thank you from last stream we raided into Miss Mary Mellow's stream, and so I wanted to say thank you to Felina for the follow, and thank you Amma Frey Bright for the follow, and also thank you for the off-stream follow to Dead Man Reese. Good to have ya. Anywho, let me get the iPad turned on, and then we can take a good look at our Stella art so far. Boom, here it is. So here's Stella's model. I know last time I mentioned that I hadn't pulled her reference yet, but I was looking at it before. I was just looking at it on my phone. But my phone's a little occupied today. So here it is, her reference. She's got a very cool design, I think. Yeah, this is her second model, I think. Yeah, this was from her 2.0 reveal quite a while ago. I actually wanted to do art when she did the debut for this outfit, but I can't remember what it was, but for some reason I didn't get around to it. So I'm really excited to get a chance to draw it this time. And like I said, I got a lot of the line art done. Hello, JT. How are you? Welcome in. Yeah, we're gonna do some art for Stella today. So her design actually has a lot of details, and I gotta clean up some of the little bits here, but yeah, I'm super excited to draw it. I mean, it'll mostly be coloring from here, but I do gotta finish lining her face and stuff. But yeah. Oh, actually, I should. If I can remember my shout out command. I meant to type out a message earlier. Let's see. I'll just say check out Stella at. Let me make sure I have the right Twitch link. I think she was streaming yesterday and I got to watch a little bit. Stella con Stella. That should be right, but let me just double check that's the right link. Yes, it is. Okay.
Skibbity, yours actually like water race though.
Sorry, that was one of her suggested channels. How's everything been? Pretty good. Been on and off pretty busy, but overall pretty good. Let me get this figured out. Let's just check out Stella at link here. Her birthday is coming up. Cool, let me send that and I'm gonna pin it and we'll pin it forever. At least forever for this stream. Yeah, but I've been good. How have you been? Yeah, so we're gonna draw Stella. I can't make it to her birthday stream, but we're gonna make up for it. And I put my pencil down somewhere and I don't know where it went. Hang on. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Yeah, mostly wedding stuff that's been kind of, I won't say getting in the way because that makes it sound like a bad thing. But it has been busy. Like this week alone, we had a meeting with our venue and then a meeting with our, with our DJ. Stella's birthday's on the 13th. Yeah, that's on No, it's Wednesday. Yeah, so it's coming up. She's doing her birthday stream stuff soon. Yeah, she invited me to hang out, but I was like, oh man, I can't make it. I'm so sad. But I figured in the meantime we'll do some artsy fartsy stuff and have a good time, and it'll be all good. You know, actually, instead of doing it like that, I'm actually going to put this on its own layer. This, and then also this one. And then we're gonna take these and put it, where does it go? Here? Yeah, perfect. Also, hi Blanket, welcome in. I heard Sammy farts. It wasn't me. Okay, actually, I was kind of gassy before I started stream. I'm not gonna lie to you. I had some yummy pasta. It's really good, but it made me really gassy. But that's okay. Farts are natural. It happens. I tend to be pretty gassy. It's the lactose intolerance. I had spaghetti last night. Oh my gosh, same. Kai made some, was that last night? He made some spaghetti with like sausages and stuff, and it was really yummy. Yeah. Yeah, and other than that, yeah, it's been pretty chill since last stream. Just normal work stuff. My mom did beef and pork. Ooh, yummy. We have these sausages from, I think it was from Costco. I can't remember now. Hi, Gruckum. Did you just say spaghetti? Was it spaghetti? Sadly, no Italian sausage, so pork was the substitute. Yeah, today was a different pasta. It was like a curly's pasta, but yesterday was like spaghetti, I think. Yeah, no Italian sausage. Pork is good too. I like pork. Kai's family is not a big fan of pork, but not like religious reasons. I feel like most people who don't like pork don't like it for religious reasons, but for Kai's family, I think they just like, they had a lot of pork growing up, so they're just kind of over it, which is fair. I feel like For a while, I was like that with like not grilled cheeses, but like I made the same sandwich for lunch all through high school, um, just because it was simple. And I got so tired of sandwiches for a really long time. I came around to it though, because at the end of the day, I do quite enjoy sandwiches. But there was a point where I was like, okay, I've had enough sandwiches. It's like the TikTok sound. That's enough slices. We were talking about wedding music too, or not wedding music specifically, but like other songs to put on our playlist because we have a big old dance like playlist for the wedding, but we have to provide like our top 10, I guess, or like that they suggest providing a top 10. I was like, we gotta put some TikTok brain rot. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. And right now, you can save 50 pounds per person. Wait, what is it? 50 pounds? 50 pounds? Whatever, however it goes. I love spaghetti. Or that says spadet. I love spadet. I love spaghetti when my sauce is in a little bowl, not touching my noodles. How do you eat it then? Do you like dip it in the sauce? Or do you like eat the noodles and then drink the sauce after? That's an interesting way to eat spaghetti. I have to say, I don't think I've ever had spaghetti like that. Although sometimes, like growing up, my mom, she would put the sauce in a pan and you know just have the noodles and you just scoop however much sauce you want as you serve yourself. I eat noodles first and then sauce with garlic bread. I like garlic bread with spaghetti sauce, but I feel like I just get a little more sauce than I think I need for the noodles, and then after I finish the noodles and whatever sauce is left over, I dip the garlic bread in that. That's how I eat it. What is this? Oh, that layer is supposed to be for the face. Okay, yeah. Let's just go right into drawing her face then. My mom's sauce is normally thick. Yeah, like thick, kind of clumpy sauce, right? That does sound pretty yummy. I don't think this is my ending screen music anymore, but it was for a little bit, so now every time it comes on this playlist, I'm like, oh my gosh, am I ending stream? But no, I am not. I just got here. It works super well with garlic bread. Yeah, I like the garlic bread like soaking it up, but I also don't like putting too much. Like I'll put a decent amount on it, but I don't want to put too much sauce to the point where the garlic bread gets like soggy. Like I still want it to be a little bit crunchy, if that makes sense. I hope I do this justice. I realized I haven't drawn Stella before, which I totally thought I had, but then I thought about it and I was like, yeah, no, I don't think I've ever done Stella fan art, so this is the first. I'm very excited. I'm not sure, should I do under eye? Maybe I'll leave it off for now, and then maybe once I draw in the whites of the eye, it'll I can decide if I want to draw the line for the underneath eyelashes or if I just want to leave it. This one's Animal Crossing, right? Yeah. A whole bunch of cozy games came out recently for there's like that wholesome game like I don't know if it's called the campaign. It was some kind of like event thing. It was like wholesome game thing. So a whole bunch of cozy games came out, which is very exciting. There was one that Kai's sister played the demo for. It was Tiny Bookshop or Tiny something. It was a bookshop game where you run a little bookstore. Apparently she really liked the demo, so she was really excited to hear that the game came out. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was just my algorithming when I saw everyone announcing like, oh, this game is out now, but then I realized it was like it was planned. It was an intentional thing. It's actually really cool. I don't even remember how or why, but I had some video that kind of got a lot of traction several years ago, and the developer of Love Ghosty saw it and then started following me. So I've been interacting with her kind of very loosely for a pretty long time. So I'm like, and then I've been seeing her game get a lot more popular, and it's really cool because I'm like, wow, we follow each other on TikTok. That's really neat. I always have my noodles and sauce completely separate. That's interesting. I don't know if I would try that. I think I like having it all together. You can always draw Stella 1.0. That's true. I do like her 1.0 actually. I think they're both really cool designs, but her 1.0 has a like very cute charm to it versus the 2.0 I think has a more like elegant, like kind of sophisticated vibe. Or even Stella 1.5. Stella 1.0 is the most simple in terms of design. Yeah, that's true. It was fun to do all the details, so I almost wish I did it on stream, but at the same time, I'm like, I feel like I might have lost my mind a little bit. But I actually have a brush for this, so this is one of my own custom brushes, which is available on my Ko-fi. It's a dotted line brush, so I can just go like this. So this is what I was using for all the beads and stuff. I just kind of shaped the line and then changed the density, just dragging it back and forth. So that's what I used for all that stuff. But I will say, it was, even with that, it was still a little bit tedious, but worth it, I think. Oh, who's that? CJ Destroya. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I hope you enjoy your time here. I'm just chilling here doing some fan art for a friend. Yeah. If you guys don't follow Stella, you totally should. I enjoy her streams, but I haven't been able to catch them in a pretty long time, especially since she got her new job, so her stream hours are like kind of similar to mine, but like she's on the East Coast. She's in like Eastern time, so it's like the same as mine, but translated over a time or a few time zones. So I'm like, dang. Now I'm like missing all her streams because she streams like kind of I don't know if normal hours is the right word, but more full-time worker hours, if that makes sense. Let's have another layer and just put her mouth right here. I guess may as well put the nose here too. Boop. It's just a line. I am. I'm also doodling, making myself cozy. Yeah, feel free to lurk. What you drawing, if you don't mind my asking? I like to do that too. I just hang out in like other art streams and then draw alongside them. There was one person that I followed. I followed them for a while, and then recently, a little while ago, some of you might remember it, I raided into them. She was like, "Oh, nice to meet you. Welcome in." And I was like, oh shoot, I always lurk in the stream, but I didn't realize that I hadn't really like said much before. And I was like, oh gosh, this is awkward. But like, you know, I kind of went along with it, and I was like, oh yeah, I've lurked here for a few months, but I guess I don't really say anything all the time because normally I'm just drawing and listening and stuff. But like, I didn't even realize that I hadn't chatted before, or I think I had probably chatted before, but just kind of like a really small stuff, so it kind of went a little bit unnoticed. She's not like a huge streamer, but she's definitely got quite a bit of a community, to the point where I was like, yeah, I understand where I got a little bit lost in that. Sonic, ooh, cool. Have fun. That's cool. I have a friend from high school who's really into Sonic. One of my other friends always sends him like anything and everything Sonic or Shadow related. Like all sorts of memes and fan art and stuff. I haven't talked to him super regularly in a long time, but the old group chat still pops off now and then. They'll just send each other random like Sonic memes. Aw, that's nice. Yeah. It's one of those things where like after high school, like a bunch of friend groups start to drift apart, but and even though that group isn't super close anymore, there's still enough like ambient activity, I guess. Just occasional like, oh, saw this and thought of you. Did you know that Stella's forehead got smaller with each version? You know, I never actively noticed that, but I do remember one of the early time or some of the early streams of hers that I caught. You guys used to make fun of her forehead. We're gonna play tic-tac-toe on Stella's forehead, and she'd be like, no. Yeah, but I think I like the proportions on her first model a little bit. Like as much as like people joke that the forehead was really big, I feel like it was very cute. Like it somehow it fit somehow. It was just one of those things that felt like it worked out. The more I look at this, the more I feel like here, let me try flipping this and see if I still maybe this is okay. I'm not sure if I like the bottom eyelashes. But I think we're at a point where we can start coloring it and see if we like it, and if we don't like it, then we'll change it. Let me get the eyebrows in, then we can officially say that we're done with the line art. And then we can move on. We can move on with our lives. Okay, there's eyebrows. Sometimes I can never decide if I want to put the eyebrows like over the hair or if I want to put it under, but in this case I think I'll just leave it under. Turn off the sketch layer. I'm gonna group all of this and just call all of that line art, and by call it I mean just in my head because I'm very bad about naming my layers and I just don't feel like it. We actually played tic-tac-toe in the background. That sounds fun. Yeah. In my head, I always feel like I haven't been like on Twitch even as a lurker for that long, but then I see like snap memories. Like I think I really started watching Twitch streamers when Vanilla Mochi started streaming, because I was like, oh, like I want to like network and get to know the community as well, and like maybe even help him find people to raid if he needs it. And then but then I'm like, I get snap memories from back when I was like working on his model, when I was drawing it and rigging it and stuff, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that was like a few years ago now. Time really flies. Stella's newest model she hasn't revealed, but the artist made it public on her VGen. Her forehead got a little smaller, but all the forehead size went to the thighs. Ooh, I do appreciate thighs in the least weird way possible. Like I don't know, something about like when like artists do like the thigh squish. Oh, I like that. I think a while ago when Rabbit Hole Miku was new and going around, I did some Rabbit Hole Miku fan art, like solely because I just felt like drawing some thigh squish. Even then, I don't feel like I executed that well, but it's still nice. I can appreciate. Or who is it? I used to watch a lot of Uniho, and she does the thigh squish really well. I enjoy her art. Not even in like a bonkable way. I just think it's kind of nice. Like it's the squishy vibe. Like I feel like the same could apply for squishy cheeks, but there's not many things like aside from like if you're drawing like actual hands squishing cheeks. There's not many applications of drawing squishy cheeks. But thighs, you can squish that anytime. But also, I mean, like clothes wise, like you can squish that pretty easy. I guess it could be argued that boobs are the same way, but I feel like once you start squishing boobs, it's like it's almost inherently like people kind of look at you funny. I don't know. Like thighs feel like the more acceptable thing to squish. Okay, Okay, this isn't too bad. I kind of like that. If anything, I almost want to put this here. I want to like slide it over a little bit so it's closer to the edge of the eye. I'm gonna redraw it because it's probably got a teensy bit more pixelated. It's a very tiny difference, but it's the kind of thing that bothers me. My sisters are both home for the weekend, which is really exciting. I'm excited to have them back, partially because they can kind of help me with like the girly parts of wedding planning, or like the stereotypically girly parts. I don't want to straight up just call it girly, but like all the things like helping me figure out what my mom should wear, because my mom can kind of be like me in the sense that like I don't know, I think I'm not as good at clothes. My mom also is kind of like that, or she doesn't like shopping for herself, which I will say I'm a little bit like her in that way. But it's really helpful to have my sisters home because I'm like, cool, you can help me with that kind of that side of decision making. How's your day, Sammy? Pretty good. It started off a little bit, I don't know if busy is the right word, but my boss wanted to get a project out. Hang on, I just realized this fingernail looks a little bit far up. But there was a project that he wanted to get out technically yesterday, but we kept running into a few hiccups with it, so we weren't able to get it out till like midday today. So this morning was a lot of scrambling to try to get that together and get that done and out the door and stuff, which it did. It did eventually. Well, I assume it went out. I finished everything my supervisor wanted, and I didn't hear any other bad news, so I can only assume no news is good news. It's one of those things where like, because he's really busy, I didn't want to like bother him about it for an update if I didn't need to. Like if I didn't hear anything about it, I'm just assuming it went out on time. Because he said he would, like, I think I would have been the person he went to unless it was like a super technical thing, but we're already at the point where it was really just tiny clerical things to take care of. Totally like mess this up. Now it doesn't feel very cohesive. It's a little better. Yeah, how was your day though? I'm excited that it's weekend. Got a busy day tomorrow. We're gonna do a little more looking around for clothes or for a dress for my mom. And then the day after that, we get to have our flower girls try on their dresses because those came in. And then our ring bearers also. So one of our ring bearers is a girl, so her dress came in as well. So they're gonna all try that on. And then our other ring bearer needs to get a suit. And he's the one who just turned 13 a few months ago. So he's growing. So we were like, okay, we need to wait a bit before we get all his stuff like fitted and stuff. Oh, give me 1 second. I think Cassie wants to go outside, but the door is closed a little too much for her to get out on her own. Alrighty. Okay, kind of sort of fix the fingernail. I think that's good enough. Let's keep going with the eyes and then work our way down. She's also got heterochromia. Very popular. It was good. Farmed a boss with a few guildmates and it sucked. And then watched King of the Hill with my older brother, and then I spent the rest of the afternoon and up until dinner playing Dragon Dogma 2. Ooh, sounds fun. Sounds very chill. That sounds like a nice, cozy, chill day. Yeah, my sisters have been pretty much working on planning my bridal shower, which I didn't even think about having one until they brought it up. So I was like, sure, I'm down. I'm not opposed. So they went, I think, to Michael's, look for some craft stuff, very exciting things and all. During the day, one of my sisters was doing a lot of thinking about planning stuff for wedding stuff. And then my cousin, there's like a lot of people getting married this year. So one of my cousins has, like, I think she told me she had like 7 weddings this year. And so she asked her sister to watch a dance video that the bride of one of the weddings that she's going to. So the bride of one of the weddings she's going to sent a video of a dance that she wants my cousin and a few other people to learn. And so my cousin asked her sister to watch it and make a tutorial video for her to learn the dance, which I thought was kind of interesting, but I was like, you know what, whatever works. And then the cousin who's supposed to make that video was like, you know what, she's paying me by the hour to make this tutorial video for her, so I'm not complaining. Like, I think it's like 5 different dances or something, or like 5 different reference videos. And she's a dancer. This other cousin's a dancer, so she was like, I'm chill with that. I can do that. The boss fights took 4 to 8 minutes per run. Oh wow. Is that long or short? I'm not very I'm not very video game savvy. Sorry, let me drink some water. Super long. I see. I'm glad you got through it. Did you get through it then, or? Sounds fun. I'm not gonna lie, I drank a little bit during dinner, so I spent like an extra half hour before I started stream kind of just getting my thoughts together, or like mentally preparing to stream. Partially because Kai and I drank a little bit, and then I started watching TikToks that were making me cry, and I was like, I cannot stream like this, but I know I want to stream today. So I was like, okay, let me watch some happy TikToks instead, and then we'll go from there. Which works. But yeah, it's the kind of videos that you see, and then the top comments like, man, all I do is cry on this app. Yeah, it was this old man he used to visit his wife's grave every a few times a week, I think. And then he recently stopped being able to drive, so his grandson was taking him, and he's like talking to his late wife, and it's really sad. He's like, oh, I miss you. He's like, here's your hugs and here's your kisses. So I'm like, man, I'm getting so emotional. I don't even know these people. I'm getting so emotional. It's always that, and like people whose like pets pass. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't. Especially now that I have Cassie, I'm like, it hits so different now that I understand that like pet love. Bacon, how are you? I'm doing good. I'm very happy that it's weekend. Get to kind of wind down a little bit. See, we did like 4 runs, and I just ran to make quick lunch. Ah, yeah, that sounds really fun to just be able to spend the day like that. That's the dream. Instead, I gotta work 8 hours a day. I don't mind my job though. I like the feeling of being productive and feeling important at work. I mentioned before that one of my coworkers is also getting married pretty soon, like right before I am. Apparently another one of my coworkers, he's like on the older side, but I guess he also just had a wedding ceremony. I thought he was already married, but I guess, like, now that I think about it, he only ever mentioned that he has a daughter, but he never mentioned like a wife or anything, or like what the rest of the family situation is. But I guess he got married, so we were all saying congrats and stuff, and you know, it was like very exciting. I was like, wow, big year for weddings. My aunt also technically got married this year. That's a whole nother story though. Yeah, that same coworker who just got married, his birthday is this weekend. So we're like, wow, August is a busy month for you, it seems like. Yeah, and I guess that's part of like what comes with remote work culture is like we only check in with each other once a week, so like if stuff happens midweek, we don't hear about it till like our Friday check-in meeting. But that's okay. I'm good too. I got a cookie sandwich from the mall because it's Friday. Really sweet. I like it. Ooh, a cookie sandwich. Oh, is it like those ice cream sandwiches with like the cookies and the ice cream in the middle? Hello, hello, hello. Is it Sam Hain? I feel like I asked you this last time and I already forgot, but hi, welcome in. How are you? Happy Friday. Happy Friday to everybody. I'd say it's a pretty happy Friday. Nothing to complain about, really. Actually, you know what? I don't know if anyone else plays Uma Musume. I will say I woke up to the sad news that Grass Wonder, like the real horse that the game Grass Wonder is based off of, he passed away. I guess this morning. But yeah, one of the last few horses from like the original cast of the game who was still around. I think Haru Urara is still alive, and Daiwa Scarlet and Goldship are all still alive. The real horses, I mean. But yeah, I was like, damn, that's pretty rough news. But there's been a lot of fun like fan art that came from it, so I feel like it's a bittersweet thing. And Grass Wonder lived a long life too, so it's kind of a happy thing. We were trying to farm a swimsuit that required breaking certain parts for the item to have a chance to drop. I was constantly dying, could sacrifice HP for more attack. Ah, I see. Yeah, like an ice cream sandwich. Ooh, I love ice cream sandwiches. There used to be an ice cream sandwich place that my cousins and I would go to after, what was it? You know, I remember going pretty regularly, but now that I'm like saying it, I cannot remember why we would go like all the way out there, because it wasn't like super close to where we lived. But now I'm kind of blanking. But we used to go pretty frequently. It was really fun. And I cannot for the life of me remember what we were doing out there though. Anyways, but yeah, that's cool. Happy Friday, except here it's Saturday already. Oh, well, happy Saturday. Happy weekend. I'll say that. Happy weekend. It's always nice to enjoy the weekend. Even if I will say, like I said, this weekend is going to be a little bit on the busier side for me, but I think it'll be a good kind of busy. Like a fun busy. I heard about that game and I heard about the news of the passing. That stinks. Yeah. But I am glad that it was more like passing of old age and not like an accident or something, because that's also pretty common in that like sphere, I guess. Is like with horse racing, sometimes there's like injuries that like the horses struggle to recover from. I think it's less common now to like straight up put them down when they have that kind of injury, but like I know a lot of the horses even in the game are based on horses that had some kind of like career ending injury and had to be put down. But yeah, Grass Wonder seems to have lived a very happy and full life, a very successful racing career as well. The game's also very fun. I'm not particularly good at it, but I feel like it's one of those games where it's okay if you're not like really good at it. You can still kind of enjoy it. You can train the horses with like different like you can train them all sorts of different ways. One of the ones that I've keep seeing that I think is really funny is the horse Nice Nature. People keep training her with like all the like debuffer stats, so then they call her Evil Nature. So I've been trying my hand at training Evil Nature and training all the horses that you need ahead of that to like, I guess, create Evil Nature. That it makes me feel like the professor in the Powerpuff Girls. Like you're kind of training the horses to be good at certain types of races and stuff, and so on and so forth. Sugar, spice, and everything nice. But there was one more ingredient that the professor added by accident, or however the intro goes. Chemical X. The Powerpuff Girls. I do like the Project Sekai collab with Persona. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad you also. I will say. So I've never spent money on the game. I don't really intend to. I do enjoy the song that came out with the Persona collab. But I keep seeing people post the outfit for the collab, like the mask, and how it's like several inches off of their face, so it doesn't quite line up with it. I think it's so funny. I'm like, man, you couldn't have put it a little bit closer, because it's not like they haven't done like face accessories before, but I guess most of the time they've been like glasses and stuff, so it's okay if it's farther away, but they needed to make it farther away so that it doesn't clip into their hair, I guess. But yeah, I only play on EN Sekai. I only play on global, so I know one of the rewards for the stamp card is what do you call it? It's like that statue thing, which I think is part of the My Sekai thing, which hasn't come to global yet. But I am excited because I was like, oh, when does that happen? But I looked into it and I realized the initial announcement for My Sekai was literally the same day that like Kai and I are getting married this year. So I'm like, man, we might be kind of busy when it finally comes to global. But that's okay. I feel like if the announcement was then the actual like update will be a little bit after that. I just came here to say hello and wish y'all a wonderful stream. Oh, thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate that. Make sure to get some rest. I guess if it's Saturday for you, it's probably a little bit earlier. So have a good day. Have a good weekend. And yeah, also because I won't be streaming later this weekend on my end either. So yeah, have a good weekend. Okay, I spent probably more time than I needed on the eyes, but that is alright. I spent lots of time on it, and I probably will come back and like tweak it a little bit more anyways, but that's okay. Do you hear Guy in the background? I almost hope you did hear that. He just goes, my name is Goku, and I have no context for that, but I don't. Crazy. Kai and I are in a club for Uma Musume called Glue Factory. I gave him the idea to name it Glue Factory, and then we didn't think anyone would join. And at some point I got to a point where I was gonna tell him like, oh, if you want to join a more serious club, right? Because I play very casually. Kai kind of does too, but I was like, oh, if you want to join another club, you can. But right when I was gonna tell him that, a whole bunch of people started joining, so now the Glue Factory has like 16 members. I heard a yap. Yeah, that would be my lovely fiance in the background. I had the door closed, but my cat, I think, wanted to come in, so she pushed the door open. And so, yeah, that yap is the man I'm marrying. You heard about the Persona 5 curse? Whenever an app game I can't read. Whenever an app game does a collab with Persona 5, the app game shuts down a year later. That happened with multiple app games. I doubt Project Sekai will shut down since Sega made the app game and Persona 5. Oh, I did not know about that curse, and I really hope it doesn't shut down. That would be really unfortunate. Oh man, I love that game too much. I'm a big enjoyer of that game. It's probably the longest like amount of time, or like the longest I've been pretty invested in the game. Even if there are times where like maybe I play a little bit less. Like there's a few events here or there where I just kind of log in, do the bare minimum, maybe autoplay if anything. But the entire first year I logged in and played every day, so I like like partially because of that like 365-day login achievement. It wasn't until into the second year. How long have I been playing this? I actually think I've only been playing the game for a little over 2 years now. Yeah, that sounds about right. Which is crazy because it feels like it's been so much longer. But yeah, usually I don't stay that into games for that long. I really went all out into like drawing and rendering or coloring and rendering the eyes, and it didn't even occur to me that I have not colored anything else yet. But while I'm here, I guess I may as well finish this up. Or at least like kind of finish it up. We'll just go with that for now. Anyways, let's get some base colors in here. I got a little carried away. Just a tad bit. Okay, let's get some. Let's start with her skin. Just throw in some base colors everywhere. Oh, I also haven't done the design on her cards. That's okay, I'll get to it. Yeah, I've been trying to make a habit of keeping the head and the rest of the skin like colors on separate layers, just to avoid making it look too flat. I might take the hair later and like kind of put it over the eyes a little bit, but I'll decide that towards the end, probably similar to when I did Sakura, the Cardcaptor Sakura fan art. Speaking of that, actually, I don't know if it's super related actually, but since I didn't stream yesterday because my stomach was hurting, I actually updated my YouTube a little bit. Kind of added thumbnails to a bunch of my old stream VODs, because that's like at this point probably like 90% of what's on my YouTube channel, along with like a few shorts here and there, some VTuber model showcases. But yeah, I added thumbnails. I made a few additional like playlists and stuff. I felt very productive, even though I was kind of doing most of it from like bed. Maybe I'll keep that on its own layer too, actually. Okay, 3 layers of skin this time. Yeah, if you do !YouTube or YT, I think either of those work. It should send my YouTube link if you guys want to check it out. The only video that I have planned is I posted on TikTok about how part of our wedding favor is doing like a trading card kind of thing, doing trading cards for the wedding. And then I posted that on TikTok, and a lot of people were actually very interested and were like, oh, like I want to see how you guys do it and stuff like that. So I do eventually want to post a video on like how we went through doing the wedding card or wedding TCG. Most likely if I do, I won't post it till after the actual wedding because I don't want to show it too far in advance. But in the meantime, I made a thumbnail for all the streams where I did the art for the TCG. Just because I was like, that's something to get started with. And then I guess, yeah, when it comes time, I'll post that video. I'll make the video, and then I'll post about it. This is the first time Joker and Miku met before Sonic Racing. Yeah, I was surprised they were doing a Persona 5 collab. A lot of people were expecting a lot more, like kind of similar to the Ensemble Stars collab they did for JP so far, but yeah, I still think it's really cool. I feel like some of these layers are overlapping a tad bit. Yeah. Here it is. I should probably close that door. I think you can probably hear Kai a little bit. Yeah, let me go get the door really quick. I remember Sanrio collab. Ooh, Sanrio collab was good. I didn't pull like a lot on that like during the collab, but I what do you call it? Hello. Yeah, I think I used all my crystals on that collab at the time, which wasn't a lot, and I don't think I got a single Sanrio 4-star card. did I get did I get any cards? I mean, like the 2-star ones, of course. I don't even know if I got any 3 stars. I feel like I have to have. I'll look again, because I enjoyed that collab, but I was like, man, my luck for that was not very good. I was trying to pull on the current More Jump one on Global too, the one with like the little like live stream kind of themed one, because I really like the hair and the outfits for that. I didn't get anything. I'm trying to save my crystals though, because I actually can't decide 100% which one I want to save for, but I really like the Miku one for the Virtual Singer World link. But I also really like Wonder Horror, like that set. That set looks really cool too. So I don't know. I'm gonna save and then I'll probably decide as we get closer. But yeah, that's where I'm kind of torn right now. Is which one am I saving for? I know I'm saving. I just don't know which one I'm really saving for anymore.
What the horn?
Oh my gosh! Hello, Kai. They heard you earlier.
Oh really?
Yeah. That's okay. It's normal at this point. Nothing like that fart you let out that one time. That was gnarly. The first time, well, I don't know if it was the first time, but the first time he farted on my stream, he tried to blame me. Or no, he didn't try to blame me. He got mad at me for pointing out that it was him. But I was like, I don't want my viewers to think I farted. I do fart a lot, but I don't do it on stream. I'm very demure, very cutesy, very gassy sometimes. Is this color okay? Maybe. The nails. Alright. And the other hand is off the page. Should I use, maybe I'll use that same color for the hair. Why not? I'll throw the eyebrows in there too. All inclusive. I feel like there was something else I wanted to, like, specifically wanted to talk about on stream, but I cannot remember. I usually keep a list of things I'm like, I should bring this up. And recently I've been a little slacking on that because I'm like, oh, I'll totally remember. Don't trust me to remember anything, honestly. I'm getting to the point. I feel like a big part of realizing how close we are to the wedding is I feel like we're getting to a point where I need to pull up all the wedding related videos and stuff that I have saved and bookmarked and like start actually applying them to my own wedding. Like, I'm getting to a point where I feel like I need to start preparing the day of kit, like the emergency kit. Things like keeping a sewing kit on hand and what else? Sewing kit. People recommended corn flour for in case like certain clothes get stained with oil and whatever. extra tie for the groomsmen. We did order an extra in case someone forgot theirs, even though we technically have all of them with us, but we got one of them a bit earlier than the rest. So I think one of the groomsmen has theirs, but just to be safe, we're like, okay, we should have an extra as a backup. I just realized I completely skipped the buns, but we'll come back to it. Where I belong. Take me home. Is that the song? I think that's the song. Is this Country Roads? It is. Take me home, country roads. Solid. I don't know if this color feels right. I feel like this is exactly where I started. Yeah, there was like no difference. Oh well. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, the braids I felt like there was a point where I got a little bit better at drawing braids, or a little bit more efficient at least. But when I was working on these, it did not feel very efficient. I feel like I took quite a few tries. But I feel like it turned out pretty okay. Braids are not easy to draw, I will say. But they are satisfying. Like I have that little braid on Kai's model. I actually have a braid brush, but it's not like, it's very limited, I think. Like there's a level of like fun dynamicness of like hand drawing it versus using a braid brush, because like you kind of like to angle the braid too, so I feel like it's a little bit different. Sorry, I just wanted to... I don't know why I did it like that. I just felt like closing the shape and then not having to worry about accidentally deselecting it. Okay, there's one bun. May as well get the rest of the back of the hair here. So this part is a little bit sheer. She's got this like little like see-through curtain-y piece coming from her sleeves. So we'll color everything else as if it's not there for now. And then we'll go back and like cover it. Because if it's see-through, we do want it to be able to see through it. At least a little bit. This is also part of her hair. Cassie's been so cuddly at night lately. It's always hit or miss. She either like keeps her distance the whole night, or she'll come and like cuddle with me, or like she has a way of demanding that her face gets covered. She's my cute little kitty cat, and she rubs her face, like she puts my hand on her face, and like she'll just kind of wiggle around until I put it exactly where she wants it, whether that's like, sometimes she likes it kind of just across her face, almost like covering your own eyes, and other times she likes it where my 3 like middle fingers are between her ears, and then my pinky and my thumb are like on the outside, so it's like hugging her ears, but then my palm is like on her face, so like a diagram. So this is her head, right? And then like in blue, I'll draw my hand. So she likes it palm here, finger, 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 thumb, pinky. Okay, this is not to scale, but like she likes it like that. This is my hand. And she just likes covering her face like that. This is a terrible diagram, but I feel like you get the idea. It's very odd, but whatever works. She's really cute like that. She was all like rubbing, like laying her. Sometimes she'll like lay the side of her head on my palm too. And usually I'm like half asleep, so then I just kind of let her. I'd let my hand exist for her to just kind of adjust and put wherever. And then sometimes she'll like crawl under the blanket and lay on my tummy, which is also really cute. And then same thing, she'll put her face on my hand. She'll have me cover her face. I usually have to cradle her, so she sits like in one arm and the other hand is on her face. That is just how she rolls. Okay, the hair goes here. Yeah, I hope that even if I can't make it to Stella's stream that I can like watch at least some of it. I'm sure I'll be able to. I'm like pretty busy tomorrow, but let's see. Sunday might also kind of be an all-day thing. Maybe later in the day will be okay, but I realized that later in the day for me is even later for Stella, so I don't know if she'll stream that late. Oh man, and then Monday I'm going into the office, so I don't know if I'll really be able to tune into... Like, I might be able to lurk, but I don't think... Man, time zones suck. That or, I think maybe the tail end of my work day when I'm like on my way home, I'll be able to catch her stream. Either way, I want this done. I want to get this done ASAP so I can send it over to her. If it has to be halfway into the weekend, we can make that happen, but I would like to get this to her on time. If her actual birthday isn't till the end of that, then I should be able to get that on time. We'll try our best to be efficient though. Okay, so her dress is mostly has like bluish stuff. So maybe something like, it's almost like a teal blue. The sleeves are darker than the skirt part. Let's start with this color. Make that work. So the whole sleeves, there's technically these little portions of her sleeve. I can't tell if they're like holes and that's her skin or if they're like pink diamonds, but I think I'm just gonna skip it, honestly. I have no idea what Kai's saying out there. This might be a little too vibrant. Maybe something like this? I don't want it to be teal. Something there. That looks very close to where I started anyways, so. Okay, that's that like purpley red green. I swear Kai's having fun. I think. 80% certainty. Maybe this is too teal. Maybe I go a little more blue. Okay. Let's get this other sleeve too, and then similar color as that like middle portion of the ribbon, or not the ribbon, like the whatever you call the middle part, like that wrapped part around her waist. Maybe I'll keep that on this layer too. Why not? It's like doing a little coloring page. I actually have a bunch of coloring pages that Kai got me a while ago. I think one of the times he went to Japantown while I was working, he stopped by a little art shop and got some coloring pages that I still haven't colored, but I do have all these like paint markers that I can use now, so maybe that'll be a good chance to try those out. Okay, and then just this little here. I was debating playing a game soon because I have quite a few games on my Steam that I have not played yet. Like Tiny Glade seems like a very nice, cozy, chill game. It's like Animal Crossing, but just the building part, like just the decorating part, or Sims, but just the decorating part, which I feel like seems pretty fun. I don't know, I do want to give it a try. I have it anyways, so I probably should try it at some point. Oh, I feel like that's supposed to erase part of this. Hold on. Where is... somewhere in here? Here? There we go. That makes more sense. Cool. Oh my goodness, why is Kai moaning in the background? What is going on? Thanks, Lee. Hello, welcome in. I'm sorry that you came right then. New alerts? Honestly, I don't know what I would use those alerts for, but oh my god. Yeah, so you guys are my witnesses that I'm not the one making him make those noises. Him and the boys, that is the relationship they have. Typical gamer experience for real. Yeah, Lee had this great idea a while ago to add a Kai sound command to count how many times we hear Kai in the background. Yeah, it's a very, very loose count, but it is definitely amusing. But anyways, how are you guys? Welcome in. How are you guys doing? I'm glad it's weekend, so I hope you guys have been having a good week. Oh my gosh. I opened the door so our cat could kind of roam freely in and out of the room. But the downside to that is now we have some fun Kai alerts. I'm home alone this weekend? Ooh, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Sometimes it's nice to have like alone time. I remember when I was like living with my parents, sometimes I would have some alone time in the house and I'd be like, cool, I feel like I'm not being I don't have anyone breathing down my neck. What happens if we hit a milestone? It'll just be a whole bunch of sound alerts of Kai making whatever noises those are. Okay, I'm gonna go close the door really quick, or at least close it a little bit more. Anyways, yeah, my weekend is actually kind of the opposite because both of my sisters are back in town and my brother's still been back for the summer, so for the first time in a while all three of my siblings are in the area, so we're gonna be hanging out quite a bit this weekend. my sisters are gonna be helping me out with some wedding planning stuff. My mom still needs to find a dress for the wedding, so we're gonna go shopping tomorrow and, you know, check out some dresses that she can wear. I'm very excited for that because as much as like I've never been much of a clothes shopper, so it's been kind of a lot to constantly be trying on like dresses and stuff, but it'll be nice to go like clothes shopping and not be the one who has to change into all the dresses. Yeah, they actually went out shopping on Thursday, or like not like shopping, but they went to like check out some of the options at our local mall, um, just to see what kind of styles she might like for the dress. Uh, and yeah, my mom isn't always like much of a dress up person either. Like she doesn't get dolled up super often unless it's like really special events. So it was cool to see her like trying on stuff, and my sisters were sending pictures, and she was having a really fun time. So I thought that was really sweet. So I'm excited to go with them this time. I feel like I had a little bit of FOMO last time when they went out without me. But I knew they were going out because I was like, I have work, but you guys can go first. Because my sisters have, like, they tend to be a little more opinionated on that kind of stuff, anyways, and I'm kind of just there. So, yeah, I trust their judgment with this stuff probably more than I trust my own. If I were completely left on my own, they would probably be like, oh my gosh, you dress like an old lady. I mean, they already say that. They like to joke that I dress like a grandma. I am older than them too, so they kind of lean into that quite a bit. It's a very big, oh my gosh, Sam, you're basically a millennial kind of mindset. Sam, you were born in the late 1900s. And I'm like, no, don't say that. Grandma vibes are comfy vibes though, right? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I can live in a t-shirt and sweats all the time. Maybe put on a pair of jeans now and then call it good. I feel like you can have much more fun and like freedom if you're dressed comfortably, as opposed to like always worrying about how you look. On the other hand, though, I feel like I should try to care a little bit more about how I look sometimes. I've been trying to like wear makeup more when I go out. Not like a whole lot, because I'm a little bit scared. I'm always a little bit scared of like putting on too much makeup, because since I didn't really have like the testing out makeup and stuff in middle school phase, I feel like if I dive right into makeup now, that I'm gonna suddenly have like eyebrow blindness, or like I'll go through that cringe makeup phase, but it's worse because I'm an adult. So now I'm like, I feel like I need to take really baby steps and like maybe just try some makeup on in my own like free time. Get a little bit better at wearing makeup in private before I start going out in public. Let's see, how do I want to do this? She's got like 2 triangles on this panel of the thing, but like the way I drew it, I feel like this should have been like way over here. So I'm just gonna take my own creative version of this and just put 1 triangle. 1 little peak. I don't know if I'm like misinterpreting this though, but that's okay. We'll go like this. Sammy, we are the same person. My twin from another universe. We're just like AU versions of each other at this point. I was hearing the same thing. I think last stream I was in here, or last time I streamed, hey, it's Jay was in here, and I was talking about how wedding planning has been making me a little bit stressy. Not necessarily because like it's like a lot to figure out, but it's because if I start thinking about one thing I need to take care of, I suddenly like, it feels like floodgates open in my head, and suddenly I'm thinking about everything that I need to do all at the same time, so it gets really panicky. And then Jay was like, oh my gosh, you're literally describing how I was feeling before my wedding. And I'm like, that makes me feel a lot better, actually. So that, because like, I don't know, it kind of validated my feelings a little bit. So real and true. I think if we ever met, the universe would collapse. Yeah, it would be like a glitch in the Matrix, but then like, or like, what is it in movies, like time travel movies, how they're like, oh, don't let your past self see like time traveling you or whatever. Like I feel like we would meet and then the universe would be like, oh no, this wasn't supposed to happen. Checklists help me with that. It's so satisfying to take it down piece by piece. Yeah, I feel like I've been having like making like just a whole bunch of lists and like sub lists and stuff like that, just like all over the place. But I feel like I start to get worried when I look at the list and then I'm like, like all of these things seem to relate to each other and there's so many things that are not checked off. So like even like I have a list of like DIY things that we need to do, which like it's not too much, but just for the heck of it, I added a bunch of stuff that we already did just so I would have the satisfaction of checking them off. I was like, there, now it feels like we've gotten a little bit more done. I mean, which technically is true. But yeah, it's a process, I will say. Yeah, I think most of the big things are taken care of, which is good. So now it's like tiny little decision making things, which I will say I'm a really indecisive person, so it might honestly be harder than the big stuff. But yeah, I am also very grateful that Kai has been helping me a lot with this, which you may think like, oh, that's implied because he's also getting married. But the number of couples I have talked to this wedding season who are like, oh yeah, like the bride is doing all the work and the groom is just like, oh, I don't know, I'll show up that day and then we'll see what happens. And I'm like, how are you guys surviving like that? Hi Kai, we were just talking about you.
What's up?
I'm talking about how much I appreciate that you actually help with wedding planning. Oh.
I say as I knock stuff over.
That's okay. I don't think any of that stuff's important.
They call me klutzy fuck.
Oh. Yeah, we were also talking about you because we could hear you.
Hold up, see?
Oh, yeah. Are you?
Nope. I'm immune to that shit.
Yeah? You were pretty constipated the other day.
No? Why are you? Hey, stop. Stop.
Kai's favorite Cantonese phrase right now is "Hoke up si," which is very constipated.
Is that the right intonation?
Hoke up si is.
That's the intonation. God damn, I do put that little Vietnamese twang.
Yeah, you do have a Vietnamese twang to it, but you're Vietnamese, so it makes sense.
Hoke up si.
Yeah, you have that say.
Hoke up si.
Yeah, it's si.
I want to drink some more. Ow!
Oh my.
Fuck!
With how clumsy you are, I don't think you should drink some more.
I'm playing Battlefield.
I can tell.
I'm on it. Come on, boy.
Yeah?
Our officiate.
Oh gosh.
We locked in.
So for context, one of our good friends is officiating our wedding. So now every time they're up to no good, he's like, oh yeah, I'm just messing around with our officiant. So yeah, he's playing Battlefield with our officiant right now. Just have him drink a really strong coffee. It'll flush him out. True. That'll help any blockages. Yeah, he's having a good time over there. He left the door open. We'll see how long it takes before we'll hear him again. Let's see. I have this behind there. Let's do the little ribbons and stuff next. We'll use the same purple color. Yeah, I saw this TikTok too where it was like, oh, there's a huge difference between groomsmen and bridesmaids, and then it was like a wedding speech, and the groom was like, oh, at 11 a.m. yesterday, the bridesmaids were hand steaming pajamas for the bride for the next morning. And at 3 p.m. yesterday, the day before the wedding, my groomsmen were asking, where's the wedding again? And I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right. It's one of those, we'll figure it out when we get there. Yeah, Kai's been pretty good about about a lot of the planning stuff, though.
Pretty good. I'm the GOAT.
You are the goat.
I'm the GOAT.
Yeah, I also saw this video with this bride who was like, oh, I let my groom take care of one thing, which was getting suits for all the groomsmen. And I guess he just generically was like, oh, get tan suits. So each of them had a slightly different color suit. One of them was like pretty much yellow.
Me too. Sorry.
You are yellow. Me too.
Just have them drink a really strong coffee. It'll flush them out. Vietnamese coffee?
You could do Vietnamese coffee.
I could drink it now and be up until 4.
That's also true.
True.
I don't know if you really want to do that, though.
Not really, because then you'd have to drive tomorrow. And you don't want that.
I mean, I can drive.
I know you can drive.
It's just driving to my parents' house.
That's my future dad.
Your future dad?
Future dad. Big Pop. Big Pop! I don't think he'd like being called that.
I don't think he'd mind that much.
Hey, yo, Big Pop.
Welcome back, Lee.
Yo, Lee, what it do? I don't know. Lee, I don't know.
Kai is very high energy right now, if you couldn't tell.
I had a ripper. I had a ripper.
A ripper?
Headache. Ripper?
I hardly know her.
Sorry.
Oh, a headache?
Uh-huh.
Maybe it's all the shouting.
I haven't been shouting.
You haven't? I don't know. I could go back and clip a few places
Clip
where
these
you've
nuts
been...
off. Wait, no.
Oh, no,
No.
I don't think...
No, nobody wants that.
I don't want to clip your nuts. I don't think you want me to clip your nuts. I don't think anyone listening to this stream wants to hear about your nuts being clipped.
Okay, do you want me to not say it then?
A little late for that.
I could take it back though.
You could take it back? Run it back?
CJ Destroyer 19, thank you for following 1 hour ago.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm home alone because my family went on vacation, but I wasn't able to go without my head being really dizzy. Oh, what is this convo? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Feel better, gang.
I have
love
no idea what this conversation is.
Love you, gang.
Yeah, Kai was playing Battlefield.
BF6 open beta.
BF6 open beta.
Open beta for top beta. Kai Hane.
What he said. Yeah, he was playing that in the other room.
Peg me.
He's very excited right now.
I'm like ad-libbing your stream right now.
You're ad-libbing my stream?
Yup.
Do you want to just join Discord or something?
Or something.
Or something? What? Okay, what would something be?
Oh no.
I was just. Lee was just playing that.
I was just ad-libbing you.
You were ad-libbing me?
Me.
Huh?
Huh?
I don't get it.
Get it.
Ad-libbing me?
Scooterly pop.
This is just a random noises stream now.
It's fun. I've been enjoying it, the beta. I hope they don't ruin it like 2042.
What happened with 2042?
On release. I mean, it was fun, but then release was just ass.
Oh, I think that was when you played. Was it like a year or two ago?
Yep.
Was it at the old apartment?
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember.
I vaguely remember a beta of some sort.
EA happened? Exactly. It's
EA
inevitable.
happened?
Inevitable. But I really want it to be good. I'm enjoying it.
Well, I hope it's good then. Or stays good, I guess.
Yeah, and people are getting tired. I mean, I've been getting tired of COD. So, I'm hoping it's good. I mean, I've been tired of COD for like months.
You haven't played COD in a long time, I feel like.
Yeah, months. Because I started playing the Gundam TCG. I started playing Magic.
Ooh, yeah, you've been playing the Gundam TCG quite a bit.
Yeah, I started gooning a lot more.
Oh, gooning to the Gundam TCG?
No.
That was not a very reassuring no.
What am I gonna goon to? Big robots?
I don't know. It sounded like you were gooning to Battlefield or whatever. Anything is possible.
I went to a pawn shop and saw Silent Hill 2 Restless Dreams for the 360 for $70. Should I buy it? I don't know. I can't answer that because I've never played any Silent Hill games. Anything remotely close to horror, I have not touched. I tried playing a Vietnamese horror game.
Ooh, yeah.
Tanjung or something like that. And then I stood at the front door for half an hour, and then I stopped streaming.
Kai streamed that. Oh, you don't keep your VODs, do you?
Nope.
Man.
Silent 2's the best. Silent Hill 2's the best.
I think there's a clip from that stream when Kai tried to play that horror game. Like you said, he didn't make it past the front door or whatever, or like that first hallway, but I came out and scared him kind of accidentally. So I think there is a clip of that.
Oh, I'm trying to get it. I think the people you would ask that would know are like probably Vanilla and Blanket, but Vanilla doesn't show up around here. He's still playing Battlefield. I just left the party because my shit started hurting. My head started hurting. Yeah, that's exactly the reason.
I see. Yeah, you guys used to play Phasmo a lot.
Yeah, but like Phasmo like doesn't really.
It's like horror, but it's like more investigative, like.
Yeah.
But there's still like jump scares.
Yeah.
Like... I feel like I like watching people play horror, but when it comes to playing horror myself, I'm like I don't want to move things because I can't just close my eyes if things get scary. I have to actually do things. It's too much pressure.
I want to see your mom play a horror game.
My mom would probably enjoy it. Well, I feel like the thing she wouldn't enjoy about it is the fact that it's a game. Like, she's not... Well,
hey,
she plays...
I mean, Pogo.
Yeah, she plays Pokemon Go quite a bit. But yeah, she loves horror movies. I'm not sure. Maybe, should I have her play a horror game?
I mean, on what, though?
I don't know. I mean... The computer?
Yeah, true.
They have a computer.
Oh, that's a good point. Oh yeah, just get it for Josh.
Oh, true. Sam, did you listen to Curtain Wall? Oh, I didn't. I forgot. Let me write that down so I actually remember. I'll write it. Yeah. I'll make a note of it. Just on my Miska notes. Curtain with an apostrophe wall. Yeah, I'll check that out later. There was actually a band that kind of went a little...
shit.
Was that a firework outside?
That was probably a car crash.
I don't know, it sounded a little too booming for a car crash.
Oh, car crash is boom, right?
But I feel like it's more like a crashy boom, not like a
Have you
boom,
been in car
boom.
crashes?
I've seen car crashes.
I've been in a car crash. My booty in a car crash.
Oh, okay.
But oh, bad.
Are you gonna get back to Battlefield?
Now I'm gonna throw that shit back on you.
Oh, okay.
You gonna be begging for it, sorry.
By the way, you know Soli, right? Oh yeah, is it Bay Soli, the VTuber? I don't think I've gotten a chance to watch a lot of her streams, if I'm thinking of the right person. She saw the wavy emote and said it's a cute emote. Oh wow, I'm flattered. I watch her quite a bit. Yeah, I think I've only watched her streams a couple times. I feel like I'll put it on sometimes, but I think every time that I have happened to like put it on, I've been like busy with things, so I haven't like watched her, if that makes sense. I did go out with some friends yesterday. Ooh, that sounds fun. Have I? When was the last time I went out? I think I went out last weekend, but I feel like I didn't go out at all this week, actually. Which I feel like lately has been rare, because I feel like we've been spending a lot of time with some of our friends lately. It's like the good kind of busy, though. Like it's like we're busy, but fun busy. Wow, it feels so quiet and calm. I just like evaporated. He didn't even say bye, he just disappeared. He just decided he was done and then walked away. We went to a night market, got falafel, and afterwards a beer, which wasn't good for my head. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm pretty sure that's why Kai's head hurts right now, because we had a pineapple sake. It was very good. It was part of why I waited a little bit to start stream, because I think I would have started closer to 7:30ish, but then I was sitting here watching TikToks and crying over them, and I was like, okay, maybe I should wait for the drink to kind of disappear a little bit before I start streaming. I feel like I should just throw all the like all the little dangly parts on one layer. I think that'll just make my life easier. It's so pixelated, I cannot tell what color any of the details are. I kind of guessed on a lot of these, but that's okay. We'll take our best guess. I think it's like that, and then like a bluish color on the rest of these beads. Good enough for me. I don't think the colors of these are gonna make or break it. It's all there. This is what we call close enough. Also gotta... Oh, I missed a few. But I really wanted to feel some normalcy in my life. That's fair. Grog. Kai's back on his K-pop Demon Hunters madness. Also... Also got a book and a hand-carved wooden item. It looks like a building... It looks like a building carved into a piece of log. Oh, I see. Today has just been a Kai Sound day. You could say that again. That's what alcohol does to a dude. Let me drink some water really quick. Man, I got so distracted, but I actually got a lot of the base colors in so far. Got that. Should I put this? Let me just find that layer. Wherever it is. I think it'll be easier to color if this is just all together. Okay, somewhere here. Okay, here we go. Okay, this can all be on one layer. We'll just do the same thing. Make the balls blue and the stars yellow. That probably sounds a little weird out of context. You know what? This one's actually kind of whitish. We'll come back and fix it. We'll make it a little bit lighter. Pick that yellow color for the stars. Just out of curiosity, does anyone else use Snapchat still? I feel like I still have it, mostly because I like seeing like the snap memories, because I've used Snapchat a lot towards like the later half of high school and through college, so there's a lot of like snap memories that come up for me, and that's a big reason why I still have it. But recently they've been really pushing their AI snaps or whatever, and it's been getting a little bit annoying, I'm not gonna lie. And like there's a setting to turn that off, which if you guys do care about that, you like there is a setting to turn off the AI snaps, but it feels like it still comes up now and then where it's like, oh, you should check out what you would look like if you did this or that, or like if you generated a picture of you with 100 cats or something. And I'm like, I'm kind of just tired of it. I'm getting close to undownloading it, but I feel like I have so many like pictures and stuff that are saved on Snapchat that I'm like, I kind of don't want to part with it. It's kind of the only saving grace at the moment though. Okay, let's get the rest of these hair accessories filled in, and then maybe fill in those ribbons and stuff too. Okay, just trying to map out what I need to do next. I do want to take a break at some point. I'm kind of determined to finish the base colors before we do that. I thought it would be a little faster, but that's okay. There's, like I said earlier, there's a lot of details on her design, which I think is really cool. But it does mean I need to take a little more time getting everything all together. Sure, good enough. I didn't mean to put that on the same layer as the hair. Maybe I can leave it? No, I'll put it... Oh, actually... Oh. Well, it filled in most of it. Okay, easy peasy. Okay, and then we'll take that same yellow color for the little moons in her hair. I decided to try and get back into a community I used to kind of be a part of. Ooh, cool. What community? If you don't mind my asking. That's like my mom getting back into Pokemon Go recently. She played like religiously, like for several years. I can't remember how many years. She started very soon after it came out, which my mom was never into Pokemon or anything like that. But when I went off to college, I was playing Pokemon Go a lot. So when she dropped me off for college and I was doing orientation and stuff, she was asking what I was up to, and I was showing her. And then she spent that whole orientation like playing Pokemon Go. She was so fascinated by it. And she became something of a like Pokemon Go, I wouldn't go so far to say celebrity, but she was well known in the community. She didn't even like go out to like play Pokemon Go. Like she didn't go and like meet people or anything, but we live across the street from a gym, or like my parents did, and she like dominated that gym to the point where people thought she was a bot. Her username was like Pokemom something 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 with a whole bunch of numbers, and people were like, oh my gosh, it's Pokemom. They like thought she was a bot because she was always in that gym. And then she made a second account to like maximize the coins she got from being in the gym. So it was 2 Pokemoms just dominating that. And then she stopped like 4 years ago when my sister went off to college, so a little bit after the pandemic, which makes sense. It's a little harder to play Pokemon Go like that when you're quarantining and stuff. But I just realized these bows are blue. But literally last week, Kai got back into Pokemon Go a little bit, and then one of our friends still plays a lot. And then he checked and he was like, wait, your mom logged into Pokemon Go. And at first I thought she was just using it to like, because there's a milk tea place near where she works that does discounts for your Pokemon Go level. So I was like, oh, maybe she just opened it to get boba and then you know, just called it, and that's why it showed up. But then she was like, no, yeah, I decided to start playing again just cause. But she's like, there's a lot of new stuff that I need to relearn and stuff. Absolute Cinema, yeah, it's so funny. Like she met one of the guys who would like drive over to the gym from wherever he lived in the neighborhood. And then one time, like, they ran into each other. He was like, oh my gosh, you're a real person. I thought you were a bot. And then so he came back another time and gave her one of those like Poke watches where it'll like automatically, like you connect it to your account, it'll automatically spin like Poke stops for you. And apparently they're like really expensive, but he was like, yeah, I have an extra one. I figured like, you know, I'd just give it to you. So she got some free stuff out of it. I never watched the anime and kind of read some of the manga, but I love the premise, just anime girls in tanks. Oh, G-U-P. What's that? G-U-P. Girls? Tanks. Girls on Panzer. I see. I've never heard of that, but that sounds kind of cool. It's kind of like how everyone was like, oh, I would never get into horse girl anime, and then lo and behold, it's taken the world by storm. Yeah, Uma Musume, like, really blew up. Which is cool because, like, it resulted in so much, like, good stuff for all the real life horses and stuff. Rest in peace, Grass Wonder, though. War Thunder and GUP go hand in hand. Ah, I see. Yeah, I was seeing lots of Grass Wonder. I saw a lot of Grass Wonder, like, art today, naturally, because for those who don't know, Grass Wonder passed away today, which was very sad. Everyone is very sad about it because I think out of the original Uma Musume like cast of horses, there's only 3 left now who are still like the real horses are still alive. But then I also saw a lot of like AI generated art of Grass Wonder, and I feel like as much as I try to like block all those accounts, I feel like because I have to like go to the profile and block it, Twitter keeps like kind of pushing more of those kinds of accounts because they're like, oh, you're viewing the accounts, but not taking into consideration that I'm viewing the accounts to block the accounts. The War Thunder community loves that anime. Ah, I see. Well, that sounds pretty cool. That sounds fun to get involved in that community and stuff. It's always nice to have like some kind of community to share common interests and stuff. I'm glad we live in the age of the internet where it's a little easier to find communities like that. I'm surprised my parents are also really in touch with like that kind of culture because they do dragon boating, so they use what's that called? Team Snap? Is it Team Snap or Meetup? Meetup, that's what it's called. Team Snaps are like sign up thing, but Meetup is the one where they like find people with like similar hobbies or find like groups and clubs that they can join. So they have their meetup page for dragon boating, and they're always like, oh, we're trying to recruit like younger paddlers to our team and stuff. So Kai has paddled with them quite a few times, and so he has a meetup, but there was one time that it suggested to him like it was some group called like Single Moms Over 40 or something like that, and it was like groups that you might like, and Kai was like, I think they may have misjudged the kind of person I am. I was kind of just like, what do you even do in a club like that? I guess chat about your 40s. Have a joint midlife crisis. I'm at the age of quarter life crisis. Or like, what's that one post that's like, oh, I've decided that because you never know when your life is gonna end or when the middle of your life will be, I'm just gonna have an ongoing crisis. That's a big mood. I wasn't gonna start doing the card design yet, but then somehow we ended up here, and I ended up doing it anyways. Something like that. I'll probably just draw it in anyways. Okay, once we finish this, then we'll take a quick break and then come back to this. Maybe get some rendering done. I probably shouldn't go for too long because I do gotta get up in the morning, go meet up with my parents and siblings before we go shopping. Time flies when you're having fun. Yeah, I won't go into like crazy detail on this one. I feel like this should go a little taller though. Should I make the moon bigger? Maybe a little bit. Something like that. Clean it up a little bit more. I say clean it up, but then I kind of made it a little bit chunky in the bottom. There we go. Sure. Let's... somewhere here. All right. I think this part looks a little close to the edge. Okay, otherwise looks pretty good. Oh, most of the base colors are in. I'm just kind of basing it off of the card and her logo. Yeah, let's take a break there. Let's take a quick break. We'll do a little bit of rendering when we come back. I don't think we'll go too much longer after that though, because I do want to get up relatively early in the morning, get ready to go out and start my day and stuff. So yeah, let's take a quick break and then we'll come and make a little more progress on this. Where's the timer? Here it is. Let's just do a quick 10-minute break. Nothing too crazy. That way everyone can get water, use the bathroom if you need to. Yeah, we'll be right back. Boo! I'm back. Okay, let's make a little bit more progress. I probably won't go for too much longer, but I am back. We will start rendering and see how far we get. Okay, I put all of these on one layer already. Let's just start with her skin. I feel like that's always a good place to start, especially since we already kind of rendered her eyes. So, yeah. Got some more water. Except then I drank it all, so now my cup's empty again, but it's okay. We'll deal with the consequences of that if we get to it. Just throw a little bit of a shadow on her bangs first. I'm never sure how to do like the bangs that are this shape. Because sometimes people will like even draw some of the hair underneath. I didn't this time, which I think is fine. But here, this is also a little funky because we have these like beads, which I feel like will have a little bit of a drop shadow. It's just a bunch of this. Some shadows on there. I don't even know if I like the placement of the beads that I have, but I kind of just figured I'd generically fill in where her head accessories are because it's a little bit hard to tell on this particular reference. Because it's less of a reference sheet and more of a just like her model reveal sheet. Which is fine, it gives you most of the information you need. But just a few things that I'm like not 100% sure on, but it's okay. Open to interpretation. Should I have the cards cast a shadow? I should just do a soft one after. I'm gonna do her nose. Give her nose a little shadow. Oop. Here, I'll just do a separate one. A hairbrush. Just kind of along here. Give her some blushy blushes. Let's do the same thing down here. Okay, maybe I'll just... let me grab the same color. Which might have already been this color. And soft. Soft. pencil tip is getting a little loose. Let me start from scratch a little bit. Maybe I should just straight up grab this color. Man, I'm so indecisive. Maybe that's good enough. Let me put a little bit of a reflection here. Same on the shoulders. That looks pretty alright. Get her hand too. And then other hand. Gosh. Okay, that's probably good for the skin. Maybe that right shoulder though. Sure. Oh, not too bad. Group all of these together. Okay, and I like putting the reflection of the skin a little bit on the hair, especially with bangs. Just to kind of give the illusion of the hair being a little bit thinner. Okay, it's coming together. Oops. Cool. It kind of almost gives it a little glowy effect. Not too bad. Okay, I think I'm gonna end there. Yeah, it's getting a little bit late. I think I'll probably just wrap it up here. Do we want to? Nah, I think I'm just gonna go to sleep. I'm getting kind of tired. Okay, well, we will work on this. Well, I'll probably work on this off stream because I do want this done if I can get it done before the end of the weekend, that would be nice. But if I somehow don't get it done before Tuesday, then I will stream this. If not, I will do something else or draw something else. But I do want to, if possible, have this done by the end of the weekend because Stella's gonna be streaming. So yeah, I'll just wrap it up here. Thank you guys for hanging out. Yeah, until next time. Bye bye.